What's up, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm here with my partner Riaz, bringing you guys this Sunday NFL slate. There's also some Monday games going on, some Tuesday games going on for NFL. We're gonna get you some videos for that. We usually never do the Sunday video, but we do offer a free Discord. We're gonna drop some lines for the Sunday video. People are tailing us on those. People are dropping their own lines for what they like. Really good community we got going. We got like almost 200 members in the Discord, so thank you guys for joining that. That's absolutely free. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. If we haven't hit it yet, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get it before the end of the year. Right now, recording this video, we're about 30 away. Also, Prize Picks is doing an awesome promotion tonight. If you guys haven't signed up yet, you can do the Jake Paul fight. If you're watching this on Saturday, they're doing every time he gets punched is $1. But regardless, they're doing that promotion tonight. But up until Christmas, they're running a lot of different promotions. Sometimes they do discounts for NFL. I'm sure we'll get some NFL discounts for Sunday. So wait for those to come out. NBA, we're getting discounts every day. Awesome things that they're doing over here, really interactive with the community. If you haven't signed up yet, you can sign up using promo code upstate. If you deposit $100, you get $100 back, so you double your money instantly. You can do 25, you get 25 back, 50. So a really great way to start your Prize Picks journey. And of course, you're in the right place. We got you in good hands here over here at Upstate Bets. Hopefully we can win you guys some cash tonight. We got passing yards we're going to start off with. Of course, Mac Jones and Carson Wentz are still on the board. That's when we're doing the video. That game hasn't kicked off yet, but really good picks. And the first guy we like is Trevor Lawrence, man. New coach. They're going against this bad Houston team. What do you think, Riaz?
Yeah, and to even before we even start this, we were talking about big news, and we're dropping the Patreon this Monday, so definitely be on the lookout for that. We have an unbelievable community on Discord, like Dale said, so we're gonna drop the Patreon, help you guys out. You know what I mean, and it's just gonna be incredible. I would definitely check it out. It'll be in the description on our Mondays. So definitely check that out. But jump right back into the video. For passing yards, yeah, Trevor Lawrence. We saw them play Houston the first game of the season, and he exploded. He had 332 yards. We know this Houston defense is horrendous. I think this game could go to be an absolute shootout just on the fact that both of these defenses are just brutal, and his line sitting at 200 yards is just way too low. I mean, we've seen him go over this against way better teams than Houston. I have no problem taking this over, and it'll probably be in a lot of my flex and power plays.
Yeah, I mean, he should just get the reins to just kind of sling it here against Houston. I really like this pick. I mean, we haven't seen him unleash for a huge game so far this season, but this is a team he can do it against. I really like this spot for Trevor Lawrence. And over in rushing yards, man, is there anyone else you're on?
Yeah, I like Najee Harris. His line's sitting at 64 and a half. And this Titans team in general is just super beat up. We've seen them give up a bunch of rushing yards, and Najee Harris is just incredible. He's having an unreal rookie season. And the big thing here for me is he gets just around 20 carries every single game. And if it's 16, if it's 25, I mean, he's gonna do it. He's done it way too many times so far this year. They really rely on him in a big way. There's really nobody else getting carries other than him, and he's kind of got that Derrick Henry kind of aspect to him. He's fast, he's a big dude, he runs people over, and at 64 and a half, we know he's been struggling, but the line is just way too low for me.
It's volume with Najee Harris, man. I mean, Tennessee they've been tough at times against the run, but realistically, in terms of volume, Najee Harris is just a guy who puts himself in an opportunity to hit this prop week in, week out. So I really like him over another guy. I wanted to target here is a guy we've been on the past couple of weeks. People in the Discord have been hammering him already. The line might shift on this one, but Cordell Patterson here at 44 and a half. He's always not the guy that's going to get a lot of volume here. I mean, because he can do it in the passing game too. He's probably going to get around. I mean, he usually gets around like 12 carries a game. That's pretty much what he averages. And I know Mike Davis sometimes plays a role in that, but realistically, he's a guy that can break off a big one. So Cordell Patterson here, 44 and a half. Just a tough fade.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him get there last game in the first half, and like you said, he just gets a lot of rush, like a lot of attempts. I mean, packed back-to-back games over 10, uh, 16, 13, 16. So, like we touched on in the last video, it seems like they really want to get Cordell Patterson a bunch of touches. I mean, why not? He's having an unbelievable season, and rushing and receiving. So at 44.5, they still haven't adjusted this line to where it really should be. It should be right around 50, 60. But hey, if they want to keep giving us that discount, we'll take it every week.
For real, throw us a bone on Cordell Patterson. We'll take it every week. In terms of receiving yards, man, a lot of guys in this category. A lot of guys that look really good. I'm gonna ride with my Steelers here. In this matchup against Tennessee, I think that they're still in the fight. Tennessee, we'll see what they can do here, and I like Chase Claypool. There's been a lot of talk about him in the news realistically lately. In terms of celebrating late in the game, he's talking about music at practice. It seems like it's almost a burden so far. I don't think he's negatively affecting the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. But if he keeps it up, he could. So I think he just shuts his mouth in this game against Tennessee. He just plays well. He's that type of player. He's very, very, very talented. Ben Roethlisberger's looked really well over the past couple of games, and I mean, let's see how the offense does. The offense is, they're not flashy, but they have put up big points in some games. And if Ben's going to throw the ball upwards of 40 times like he did against Minnesota, this can be a spot where Chase is clutch. He can catch a big one and get here in pretty much one catch. So really like him, 53.5.
Without a doubt. And really, other than that Baltimore game where he only saw 3 targets, he's had upwards to 9, 8 targets in those games, which is really great for receiving yards and receptions. But like you said, Claypool's the big play guy here. We know Washington is a phenomenal guy. He really is the pure volume guy in that receiving core. But Chase Claypool is a phenomenal talent, and Big Ben looks for him way more than people think. The guy that I'm on, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a weird line for him, and that's Deebo Samuel. His line's sitting at 41.5, and it seems way too low, but they've been using George Kittle way more. He's had back-to-back games over 150, so I don't mind you guys going over to his line right around 62. But Samuel's line at 41 just seems way too low. We saw games where every single game he was on Cooper Kupp's level, where he was getting over 100 yards every single game or right around there. But last 3 games, one catch for 22. Didn't play week 13, week 12 and week 11, one catch for 12 and 15. But I think he's getting back to being healthy, and he's going to get a lot of run. I mean, Mitchell's out with a concussion. I think they're going to really rely on the passing game here. Atlanta has an awful pass defense, and I think Jimmy G really gets it going here and proves that San Fran should be in talks here. I mean, they got a great team, and this is a perfect matchup for them to show it.
I like Deebo in the spot, whether if you even want to go to him to fantasy score as well. He finds himself very relevant in the rushing game too. I mean, he's seen upwards of 8 attempts sometimes this season in the rushing game, as well as finds the end zone too. So receiving, like, he can do this in one play. We've seen it so far this season, and let's get him back to the form where he's seen double-digit targets. I think the 49ers are better when they're feeding him the ball, but realistically in terms of fantasy score as well, you can look to him here. But I really like the receiving yards. I think it's a nice discount. I know it doesn't look flashy over the past couple weeks, but I think this is a really solid discount, and a guy that can do it in one play. Realistically, I like targeting guys like that. And we'll go over to receptions, touchdowns. These categories for us kind of get mushed together. They always don't offer the most lines over here, so we kind of talk about them as we go. It's hard to fade Mixon again. I mean, I know he kind of disappointed some people last week, especially if you had him in a power play. But realistically, I mean, he's back here again against Denver. I mean, Denver's tough, don't get me wrong, but I mean, Mixon just sees a lot of volume too. So is there anyone you're liking here between any of these 3-4 categories?
I mean, definitely for receptions, I have no problem going to George Kittle or even Julio Jones at 4. We saw Julio push last week against Jacksonville at 4. You don't really know what you're going to get with him. Definitely his first game coming back after a long stretch of not playing. So I think a nice long week of practice, feeling healthy, I can definitely see him having a monster game. And 4 receptions just seems a little low for really being the only wide receiver on this team. And then you really can't fade George Kittle, especially on the streak he's been on. 13 receptions against Cincinnati, 9 against Seattle. He's been going crazy. So 5.5 for me seems a little low, but those are just 2 guys I wanted to highlight. But for touchdowns, definitely Joe Mixon's not a bad play, but I don't mind going to Najee Harris. I can definitely see him rushing one in or even catching one. I mean, he had two against the Vikings. He's been very sporadic with the touchdowns so far this year. It hasn't been on a every game basis like Joe Mixon, but Najee Harris is in a great spot this week.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying, James Robinson is officially like unlocked now that Urban Meyer's not there. He should get a lot of workload. So Robinson's a guy that can find the end zone and in receptions too. I mean, if you are going to be on Trevor Lawrence, I mean, there's a couple guys here between Marvin Jones, Laquan Treadwell, even James O'Shaughnessy, like some guys too that just like look pretty decent in the passing game here. I mean, I know Treadwell is at a pretty low mark for receiving yards. Definitely a guy that can get there for you in just a couple catches. I like where you're at in terms of the San Francisco guys in receptions. I really like those guys. Russell Gage is kind of being the number one for Atlanta over there. But really good slate of games here. There's not a lot of them, but I think there's some really good lines. We like them. And Rios talked about the Patreon. We'll have more information as things come out. But Monday, man, is the day. So thank you guys for everything you've done. We're almost at 1,000. If we can get to 1,000 soon, that'd be amazing. And you got anything else to say, Rios?
We just appreciate the support. We've been doing this for 2 years, and really this year with Prize Picks just being unbelievable. So we love everyone that comes back and watches the videos and likes them, and especially comments, even if it's hateful or showing some love. It's all in respect. So definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt about that, man. So good luck on Sunday. Hop in the free Discord as well if you guys haven't yet. And we'll see you guys back for NBA on Monday. So peace out.